everybody doing? Sam, did you sit in this chair yet?
Have I sat in it?
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
Still the most comfortable chair ever. I just think it's me. I just want to make sure it's just not me. Have you sat in this yet? Is it me or is it not just the most comfortable chair ever? Okay. I really might, seriously. That's going to be my new stool.
We'll go straight into questions. Benjamin, Mike Trucks.
Yeah, so last year you also got off to an 0-2 start in SEC play and then won 7 of your next 8.
Yeah.
So feels like a turnaround is going to have to start, now pretty soon. Do you feel confident that that can happen and that your team is going to be willing to put in the work it takes to?
Yeah. You always feel confident about turnarounds because we play every game. Like I said, every game is it's a marathon. It's not a sprint, right? So it's all about staying focused and staying the course and the next opponent. So we work way too hard to come in here and think anything else but to win.
When you went back and looked at that South Carolina game, what just stood out to you about?
Yeah.
You reviewed it.
Well, first of all, I know what the team we could be, right, in that first quarter. Right, what an unbelievable first quarter there, even halfway through the second quarter. And then again, just turnovers, right? You can't turn the ball over and give them that easy amount of opportunities, right? We need to set our defense when you're playing somebody in the top end of the SEC. And then obviously you need some calls to go your way. Obviously the whistle didn't blow our way. And then you just got to tip the hat, In this league, there's a lot of talent, a lot of depth. And I thought their 9, 10, 11 players coming off the bench for South Carolina was the X factor in that game.
Coach, I know you've been watching the film. Kind of what stands out to you about Oklahoma?
Ooh, track meet. All right. First of all, it's going to be, I think, a fun game for our fans. I have a lot of respect for Oklahoma and their head coach, Jenny. She's a winner. They have a lot of returned experience from a championship pedigree that they've already have in their culture. And then they went out in the portal and signed the #1 portal post in the country. So they're a team that could easily compete to get into the Final Four because the way they can score the ball. All right, they play really fast. I think our fans are going to see a style of play they haven't seen here, definitely in my tenure in 3 years, where they want to make it ugly on defense, right? Their bigs don't come out of the paint. They're going to make you shoot 15-footers and make threes, so this is going to be a game that we need to make shots. And then they run fast, and they shoot shots. They're like, did she really just shoot that? Right? So it's going to be a fun track meet. We got to be tough and physical. Again, I can't say enough about their center, Beers. She is strong. She's physical. She could score with 2 feet. She's going to work you for 30 seconds in the shot clock, and then because of her effort, everybody else gets to eat.
Yeah, I was going to ask about their post player. And
Yeah.
Medina's first in the country in field goal percentage, and the Oklahoma player is just right behind her.
Yeah.
What's it just going to take to slow her down there?
Ooh, you got to meet and greet early, right? I think, first of all, you got to sprint back. Again, their commitment to transition is impressive. Their commitment to playing 5-out basketball and freely cutting wherever you want is impressive. So we've shown film. We're going to have another great practice today. We're going to do the best job that we can mimic that. But like I always tell them, do we have a heck of a game plan? You better believe it. But when you get punched in the face, we're going to find out really what's up. So that's where I've been trying to help them understand is you got to be strong. We've got to be physical. And to your point with the question earlier in the South Carolina game, you got to maintain the energy for 4 quarters, right? Again, I'm proud of, and that's why I try to help them understand the team that we can be in that first quarter. All right, but first quarter and a half of a second quarter ain't going to cut in the SEC. You got to put it together for 4 quarters.
It seems like Poe maybe hasn't quite been herself since coming back from injury. Hasn't been taking a ton of shots. Obviously, teams are keen on her and know what she can do with the outside shot. What are you seeing from her in practice and in the games just in terms of maybe getting back up to speed? Yeah,
just awesome. I mean, that kid's been one of the best 3-point shooters in the country for 2 years now. So it's just like I said with Jerk at the beginning of the year. It's only a matter of time. We rested her because we need her in the SEC. So she had a longer break than most kids with a Christmas break. So a lot of that I think is just playing, getting in game rhythm, and then just relax. Right? We all know what Poe brings to this team. She wants it. She's my anchor. She's my core. She's got my back. She's my voice. She's our team's voice. But she knows at times that there's times that she needs to help Jerk and Anaya and the rest of the team by making shots. But just let it come to you. And when she does that, she's as good as anybody in the country.
Coach Jacqueline had a pretty hot start to SEC play. I guess.
Yeah.
How big is that to have your veteran player playing well right now?
Yeah, it's huge. The kid's a freaking competitor. All right, it's unbelievable. I mean, she's currently one of 6 players in the nations to average 15 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists. Almost 2 steals a game and 1 block. The thing I've told her that obviously I need her to maintain and keep the course is you got to trust your teammates, right? The way Oklahoma is going to play defense with going under ball screen, clogging the paint, some of those driving opportunities that we're really good at are not going to be there. So the big challenge for her coming in this Oklahoma game is to be able to get 2 feet in the paint and make that easy pass. And then if you want to leave Debrisha Poe open, then let's dance. All right, let's let Anaya Russell, who's shooting the ball really well, let's let her fly. Denham, Destiny, and then now I like our chances here at home.
Destiny seems to be playing her best basketball right now. What kind of progression have you seen from her since the start of the season?
Yeah, just a comfort level. I think, for us, that's why I'm studying in Oklahoma. They've got a lot of returned experience, right? That matters, right? They've got chemistry. They've been through the ringer. I talked about this at the beginning of the year. That was the hashtag own it. We got to just own with so many new pieces. But within that, you got to get comfortable. You got to go through some stuff. I think we're the only SEC team to play, 3 top 20 teams out the gate. I obviously pissed somebody off in the SEC office. I got to send a Christmas card here next year. But you got to learn from this. You got to grow from this, right? I was looking at bracketology the other day, and we're a 9 seed, I think. Right, if the tournament started today. So we're fine. You got to grow. And I talked about this after the South Carolina game. You got to be focused on self-improvement. And to your question, I think Destiny's been focused on self-improvement. She's been focused on feeling comfortable. And when you do those 2 things, then results take care of itself. And I think that's what you're seeing out of her right now.
Yeah, Jacob asked about Destiny and how well she's been playing. I know Denham didn't have her best game against South Carolina. Have you spoken with her after that game, and have there been thoughts about maybe moving Destiny into more of that primary point guard role?
Well, no, I mean, you got the SEC, again, it's a league of depth. I look at it as a 2-headed snake, not just one kid. I think what Destiny provides off the bench is scoring, right? Denham obviously provides getting the ball to our scorers, right? But she also has to be able to knock down layups and open shots, which she does. And then also she played, the top team in the country. You got to give yourself some grace, right? There's a player, too, that maybe she would love to have back. But, again, what Denham doesn't show up in a box score. I know the general media and the fans always can get caught up in points or rebounds, but who's going to run the team? Who's going to be the anchor on defense that, maybe doesn't get a steal, but I wear out your best player? That's what Denham does, and those are very valuable things for a team to win. And so that's where I talk to her all the time is don't lose sight of what makes you special and what makes this team special, because I promise you we all acknowledge that and we appreciate that. So that's been our message to her.
Any more questions for Coach?
Thanks, y'all. Appreciate you showing up.